Hi everyone, this is Jeff Phillips. This is my learning project assignment. The article that I covered was the digital natives as learners, technology use patterns and approaches to learning. I actually had this presentation done for a couple of days, but it's been a pretty busy week down here in Florida. You may have seen on the news there was a hurricane that came through. Didn't really affect us, but it did affect us a little bit at work. So it's been kind of busy, so I'm glad to get this wrapped up and get it submitted to you. This is the agenda that I'm going to talk about today. I'll give you a brief introduction, problem examined, the background, the research questions, the methods, the findings, and the conclusion of the article. Approaches to learning. It was published in 2013 in Computers and Education. It really is a very good article. I read several articles in preparation for this, and what I found was a lot of the articles didn't really have a lot of background as to help defining the problem, and I thought this one did a really good job of that. So the problem examined that she addressed was, do digital natives have a distinct set of learning habits and behaviors based on the assumption that their immersion in digital technology during childhood and adolescence habituates certain behaviors that affect the way they think and learn? A lot of popular media runs a lot of stories talking about the digital natives, and they define digital natives as anyone born from 1980 on. That because they've been exposed to so much technology that education professionals have to change the way that you teach them. And that's what this study was actually looking at. Background, it talks a lot about neuroplasticity. It's the process where training in specific skills leads to the development of the neural circuitry used in performing those skills. And so what they were saying was, because these young people had spent so much time playing video games and using technology, did they have the skills necessary to sit and learn the way that you and I learned coming through school? And they also looked at the technology used by digital natives. Popular press describes the digital natives as being naturally fluent with a variety of digital technologies. And a lot of studies have not always supported that conclusion. What they do find is that most use mobile phones and basic web, but that is about the extent of where their expertise lies. And popular press also claims about digital natives' learning characteristics. And so one of the things I thought was really interesting was they care category. They crave speed. They won't tolerate a slow pace. They want to multitask. They prefer pictures over text. They process information in nonlinear ways, so the way that you and I learned won't work anymore. Prefers collaboration and connectivity, learns through activity, mixes work and play, and expects immediate feedback and payoff. They prefer fantasy context, and technology is part of their landscape. And so that's what this study was really designed to look at, is all this stuff applicable? So the research questions that Ms. Thompson wanted to look at was, what technology tools do university freshmen use and how often do they use them? Which of the digital learner characteristics from the popular press claims do students report having when learning topics in which they have personal interest? When learning topics in which they have personal interest, do students report habits and behaviors that are more productive or less productive for learning? And do students' patterns of technology use correlate with their digital learning characteristics or the productiveness of their learning habits? So what they did is the researchers developed a survey, an online survey with 32 questions. They sent it out to 3,000 freshmen, and they got about a 38% response rate, or 388 respondents. And the survey collected data measuring the digital characteristics, productive learning habits, technology use, and demographics. And then the researchers used descriptive and inferential statistics to extract meaningful information. So here's what they found. They found under the technology use factors that grouped different types of usage into 9 categories and measured that usage. Digital characteristics and productive learning habits. They found that people use a web resource, they use rapid communication, and book learning received the highest scores based on the survey results. And they also found that digital natives use a narrow range of digital technologies. They use technology for speed and efficiency rather than deep learning. So basically, if they're posed with a question, they will go to the internet, they'll search the answer, but they won't go any farther than that. They do not demand constant entertainment. And within their group, digital natives use technology and learn differently. So the popular press would lead you to believe that all the digital natives see the world through technology, and the respondents to the survey showed it quite differently. They're more concerned with mobile phones and the internet. They have a narrow use of technology. Their learning approach is varied and complex. Just like we work as students coming up, we all learn differently. Digital natives are no different. And then finally, the article concluded that they still need teachers to assist with digital natives in their learning. So that's it for my slides. Like I say, it was a very interesting article. I reviewed 6 or 7 articles getting ready for this. And this one, I think, meant more to me because as a non-education professional, I do read a lot about the differences in students today. And this kind of showed me that they're not that much different than what we were growing up. It still takes teachers to tailor to each student to make a difference in their lives. So that concludes. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.